Hey guys, as promised, here I am with the Dark Souls tier list. We're gonna start right away because there's a lot of bosses to cover. All the bosses are here, plus the DLC ones as well. So we're gonna start, or else this will be a very long video. Four Kings, it's a boss that a lot of people love and a lot of people hate. I'm kind of in the middle. I'm gonna give it a B. I think the arena is kind of cool, all the darkness, and it's a boss that there's a lot of pressure because if you don't kill a boss, one of them fast, another one is gonna show up. And I also like the music a lot. It's one of the best musics in the game, so a very easy B for me. A Gaping Dragon. I would say this is the definition of an average boss. It looks very cool. The introduction is kind of unforgettable, but the fight itself, it's not a lot of fun. The music is alright as well. It's not that bad. You kind of remember the music when you fight this dude. But the fight, like I said, the fight itself, it's not very exciting or anything. He's very slow, but it looks really cool. Great Grey Wolf Sith. Okay, this is kind of tricky for me. I used to think this boss was overrated as hell. The more I fight him, I started to, enjoy it more. I still think it's a tiny bit overrated, so I'm gonna give it a B. I honestly don't know if I like it more than Four Kings or not. It's kind of hard to decide, but I'm gonna leave it here. The music is good, the arena is pretty nice. I know lore is very important on this fight, but I think the fight itself, on its own, it's a bit too easy and it's not exactly, super cool to do or anything. It's an okay boss. Now for Gwyn, the final boss of the game. This is I have very mixed feelings on this one as well. If you parry this boss, he becomes a joke. If you fight him without parrying, it's kind of a nightmare fight. He does not let you heal. His arena is very shitty. His music is good, but I think it's unbelievably overrated. I don't know why people still think the boss from this music, it's something special. I understand. Okay, it's the final boss and it's the first game of the series, kind of, but I can't give it more than a B as well. It's kind of an annoying fight, and it can be the other way around. It can just be a joke if you decide to parry him. So now we're gonna go with Iron Golem. Iron Golem, can't give it more than a C. It's a very easy boss as well. It's kind of memorable because it's at the end of Sen's Fortress and before Anar Londo, and you can also kill him by throwing him off the bridge. But it's a boss that has like 4 or 5 moves. It's not very exciting. Moonlight Butterfly, that is a very easy E. This is one of the worst bosses in the game. It has like 3 moves. It keeps flying around. You're basically waiting for her to come down. It's a complete bore fest. I like the soundtrack is not bad, and I like the arena though. The castle at the bottom and everything. There's like the environment is there, the ambience, but the fight itself is complete garbage. Now, Gravelord Nido. This is hard to rank as well. I'm not the biggest fan of Nido. I like the way it looks, but the skeletons can be extremely annoying. And as soon as you enter the arena, you'll lose like half of your health right away. I don't even know if there's a way to avoid that, but if there is, I haven't found it. The arena kind of sucks as well. It's just some cave. So I can't give it more than a C. He has some cool attacks, but it doesn't also have a lot of attacks though. I'm even tempted to give it a D, but I mean I don't think it's that bad to go all the way to D. So we'll keep it on C. Ornstein and Smaug. I think I'm gonna give them an S. They have probably the best music in the entire game. The arena is kind of cool because of the pillars to crowd control. They're they're unbelievably iconic. It's a very cool fight. It's one of the most challenging in the game. And I don't know, even their name is cool. Second phase though, I'm not the biggest fan though. It's still cool, but I think the first phase of the fight is what makes it iconic and challenging. But I think they deserve an S. I really, really like them. Pinwheel, on the other hand, I mean, I'm not gonna give it an E. I'm gonna put it on the. It kind of looks funny, and I don't know. It's very iconic. Pinwheel. Everyone knows Pinwheel. There's so many jokes, so many memes. But the fight is not good at all, and then it just becomes a normal enemy later, which is also not a good thing. But I don't think he's on the as bad as the Moonlight Butterfly, so we're gonna give it a D. Sif the Scaleless, on the other hand, is probably the boss I hate the most in the entire game. I know that's probably gonna make some people pissed off because I know it has its fans. This boss, I don't understand, honestly. I don't think I ever even saw the attacks from this boss. I just go for the tail, and you can kill it just by being behind him and hitting the tail. There's nothing in this boss I like. I don't like the arena. I don't like the music. There's nothing. I really think this is probably the worst boss in the game. It's just a terrible fight in every way. There's nothing good in it. Asylum Demon is the first boss in the game. I don't know. I think it's unbelievably average as well. I think, in fact, I'm not gonna lose time with these bosses, with the demons. Asylum, Stray, and Demon Fire Sage. Okay, all of these are gonna go to C. They're pretty average. They have a very limited move set. They have like one move different between them or something like that, which is that AoE explosion. And you basically can kill these bosses just by walking behind them, and they're not a lot of fun to fight. But they're also a little better than Pinwheel, so I'm gonna give them a C, all of them. Taurus Demon, again, a very, very low C. Because this boss, I really hate the arena. You barely have any space to fight him. He looks cool though, and kind of looks scary. But and there's this thing where you can go up the stairs and then do a plunging attack. That's also kind of cool element to the fight. But still, I think it's inferior to these demons here. Bed of Chaos. So Bed of Chaos is the most hated boss in all of Souls. I understand it, but I wouldn't put it there. I think it's at least better than these two. At least, you know, the difficulty is there. There's the puzzle element, and when you finally beat it, it feels awesome because, you know, you're finally free away from him. And it kind of looks cool as well. And there's something about the music as well, you know, it's not that bad, the music. But I understand why people hate this boss so much. It can get very annoying very fast due to the floor falling and from your feet, under your feet. It gets annoying, and the run back is also very, very annoying. So it's understandable. But I would prefer fighting him than these two. Bell Gargoyles, it's one of the best bosses in the early game. But I still can't give it more than a B. Probably here. Yeah, I think that's... I kind of really like the Four Kings. So I'm gonna give Bell Gargoyles here. They're the first duo boss fight, and it's a duo boss fight done well. They look cool. The arena is awesome on top of some church or a castle, I don't know. And music is also memorable. But they have a very small moveset, and I don't think I can give it more than a B. I think B is fine for them. Capra Demon. Capra Demon, man. Oh my. Everyone hates this boss, and I'm not gonna lie. I'm in that department as well. I'm gonna put it better than Pinwheel at least. Because the boss itself, it's not that bad, you know. It's just the arena with all the dogs and the very small space to fight it. That's the most annoying thing. But I actually didn't struggle with this boss at all. I think I died like 2 times. I don't know if I was lucky or anything, but I understand the hate as well on this one. If it was a bigger arena and it had no dogs, if it was just a Capra demon, I would put it on C, but the way it is, it can't go any higher than D. Ceaseless Discharge, it belongs down here as well. Is it better than the Bed of Chaos? No, it's not. It's I hate this boss as well. I always cheese it ever since I found out the way to cheese this boss. I do the cheese because I don't want to fight this boss. It's a boss that does this and bangs with his arm on the floor, and then he has the most annoying attack in the entire, I would say in the entire series. When he like spits the lava, I have no idea how you dodge that. I don't even know if it's possible. So it's a terrible boss with a terrible name as well. Centipede Demon continues the terrible boss quality, but I think at least he looks kind of cool, and dodging his attacks also kind of feels alright. But it's a terrible arena, and a very forgettable boss. I don't know. You just want the fight to be over with. He kind of repeats the same attacks over and over again as well. It's kind of shit. Chaos Witch Quailag, though, this is a nice boss. I would say probably is better than Sif. So a B. It's a very memorable boss, if not only for the intro. It looks really cool, the boss. A very wide open arena, which was something I like. And it has, quite a few attacks, and especially the sword attacks are very cool looking. And yeah, I like it. I can't say the same about Crossbreed Priscilla, though that's gonna be a very easy D. This boss has a funny element of getting invisible and stuff, and you have to follow the footprints, and that's probably one of the few reasons why it's not going into E. It's a gimmick fight. It's different from every other fight that I've seen, so it gets a few points because of that, but it's a boss with like no health at all. And I don't think I ever died to this boss. It's just insanely easy. And it's very forgettable in my eyes. Dark Sun Gwendolyn. This one is kind of a bit of memorable, though, if not only for the arena and him. It seems like this infinite arena where you just chase him forever. But he has also like 3 attacks that he keeps spamming. So it's not a very good fight at all. But it's better than Taurus Demon, I would say. And now we're in DLC territory, and I really like all these bosses. Sanctuary Guardian. Tough call, honestly. I probably still like Four Kings better, but it's a very good B. It's a very nice boss, and fighting, if you kill him and then go back later, you can actually fight 2 at the same time, which I would say is probably the hardest fight in the game. It doesn't count as a boss, but it's a really cool challenge. I like the way he looks, the moveset, the arena. The arena especially is very good, man. Really like big arenas with nothing in the middle to annoy you, and that's what happens with this boss. And yeah, it's a very good start for the DLC. And now we have Artorias, the Abyss Walker. Artorias. You know what? I don't think I like him more than Ornstein and Smaug. It's a very cool boss, don't get me wrong. The music is good. Arena is very nice. And he looks absolutely spectacular. It's even hard to point anything bad about it. I just think I like Ornstein and Smaug more. But yeah, S rank, easy S. One of the best bosses in the game. easily. Iconic, another iconic boss. And now we have two left. We have Calamith, which is for me an easy S as well. I know probably a lot of people don't agree with that, but I really, really like this boss. I think it has one of the best arenas in the entire game, one of the best musics as well, which is crazy because I never listen to people talk about the music from Calamith. I think it's so awesome when you go down the stairs, watch the waterfall, and listen to the choir, and you see the dragon coming in your direction. It's really, really cool. And the fight itself, it's also very good and challenging, one of the hardest bosses in the game. And like, it's when you learn the fight, it becomes really cool to fight him. So S rank for me. And to finish it off, my favorite boss in the game, Manus. My easy number one favorite game on this favorite boss in this game. Even his name is awesome. His name, the way it looks, the arena, the complete darkness. His moveset is incredible. The difference from first phase to second phase with the magic and stuff like that is probably the hardest boss for me in the game. I would say if I would play it Dark Souls 1 again, I would probably not say that, but on my first playthrough, he was the hardest boss easily. And it's a absolutely incredible final boss for the DLC. Manus is easily my number one here. So that is my list, guys. Next I'll be doing Dark Souls 2, of course, so I see you there, and hope you enjoy the video. Bye bye, stay well.